Hello everyone, welcome to Ecoholics YouTube channel. So today we are going to look at an interesting topic which is inflation, and we are also going to look at its types. So what is inflation? So when do we have this problem of inflation? So inflation is basically persistent increase in the price level. So the prices in the economy are increasing persistently. So we all know that the prices are fluctuating because it is based on the market forces. So sometimes it might increase and sometimes it might fall. So that is fine. That is not considered as inflation. But when this increase is persistently increasing, it is just increasing, it's not fluctuating, it is rising and rising and rising over a period of time. Then that is called inflation, right? So, why inflation is a problem? Because if you take inflation, inflation is going to affect the purchasing power of the general public, and it is going to affect the value of the money. So, let's assume you have 100 rupees today. With 100 rupees, you might be able to have 3 meals in a day, right? 3 meals in a day, where of course not a luxurious meal and all that. Simple basic meal that is going to satisfy your hunger. You would be able to do that. But are you really sure that with the same 100 rupees moving forward, maybe in another 10 years or even 5 years, can you be very sure in having all the 3 meals in a day with the same 100 rupees? Definitely not. Definitely not. Because of the inflation, because at that time this 100 rupees will not be sufficient for you to have all the 3 meals in a day, right? At least to have your hunger satisfied. So in that case, this is going to affect the economy. So when the prices are increasing, our income is also increasing like that? No, because income will not be increasing as the prices are increasing. So income will not be increasing as quick as the prices. So in that case, when your income is not increasing as quick as the prices, but the prices are increasing, how will you be able to manage your expenses? So then inflation is definitely a threat. Uncontrollable inflation is definitely a threat, but of course, we all know that there is going to be a considerable amount of inflation which is inevitable. That is fine. So if you look at inflation, in India, we definitely had faced issues with respect to the inflation immediately after the COVID situation. So during the COVID situation, there was a lot of shutting down of the industries. So as to improve the economic condition to march towards the growth, of course, the RBI had come up with reducing the interest rates drastically, right? Reducing the interest rates drastically and providing more and more loans so as to increase the growth and development. But it eventually led to a problem of inflation. And when it led to a problem of inflation, definitely it was beyond the inflation targeting rate. And now that is a problem. And definitely that was a huge problem. But of course, RBI and government were taking appropriate measures to overcome this problem and control the inflation. It took some time, it took some 1 or 2 quarters to have the inflation in control, but eventually it did control. But during that time, the economic situation was definitely affecting everybody, right? The government and also the general public, like consumers, because we are all dependent on the money. So that was definitely a chaotic situation. So this is going to lead to more problems if that was not controlled back then, right? So what types of inflation are there, right? We have different types of inflation. So here the types are based on the intensity and also on the causes, right? Causes of inflation. So what are the different causes, and based on the causes, how do you define this inflations, right? How do you name this inflations? So based on the causes, the inflation is categorized like currency inflation, credit inflation, deficit induced inflation, demand pull inflation, and cost push inflation. So what is this currency inflation? So currency inflation is when the currency in the economy is rising. So what do you mean by currency? So when they are printing on more currencies, or when the production of currency is increasing rapidly, this is going to create increase in money supply, and that is going to cause inflation in the economy. So then this is currency inflation. You also have credit inflation. What is this credit inflation? So we are trying to say that loan is causing inflation in the economy. Yes, absolutely. But what loan? So commercial banks lend loans out of their deposits, correct? So when they are lending these loans out of their deposits, they are going to enjoy the profits based on the differences between the interest rates, right? So they are going to pay some interest to the depositors, and they are going to receive interest from the people who had taken loans from the commercial banks. And this difference is what the profits of the commercial banks. So as to enjoy more profits, the commercial banks are going to lend more money. So they'll be lending more money, more credit. So this is going to increase the money supply in the economy, because now people have more money in their hands, or they have more access to the money through this credit that is offered by the commercial banks. So this is going to create inflation, right? And not only this, deficit is also going to create inflation. How? What deficit are we talking about here? So we all know that there is a budget, right? The government comes up with a budget, there is a revenue, there is expenses. But when your revenue is lesser than the expenditure, so there is a mismatch. So there is a deficit. You have lesser money, but you have to spend more. How do you manage this deficit? So to manage this deficit, if government is asking the RBI to print in more currencies, right, then the money supply is going to go high. And this is causing inflation. So deficit is inducing inflation in the economy. Then that is called deficit induced inflation. And then you have demand pull and cost push, which are very, very important types of inflation. So what is this demand pull inflation? Demand pull inflation is where the demand is pulling the prices higher. So the aggregate demand is much higher than the aggregate supply in the economy. So when demand is higher than the supply, obviously the prices are going to go high. So the demand, the higher aggregate demand is pulling the prices higher. So demand pull inflation. And then you have cost push inflation. So what is this cost push inflation? So we have seen the pull factor. Here there is something that is pushing the prices higher. What is that? The cost of the production. So initially there is a cost, and accordingly the prices are fixed. Now if you are spending more on the cost of production, will you be able to sell them at the same price level? No. Obviously you are going to take your prices to another level. So increase the price level. So cost of production, increase in cost of production is pushing the prices. So cost push inflation. So currency, credit, deficit induced, demand pull and cost push inflation are the types of inflation based on the causes. But you also have based on intensity. How fast is this inflation is happening? So based on intensity, you have creeping or mild inflation. So in a year, the prices are increasing by 2 to 3%. 2 to 3%, then it falls under the category of creeping or mild inflation. So if you look at creeping or mild inflation, is this a threat? No, it is not a threat. Of course, it is considered to be advisable for a growing economy. So it is considered to be advisable for economic progress in the country. So creeping or mild inflation is good. So we can think like that. Then is walking inflation. So when you're talking about walking inflation, now it is little faster. The prices are rising little faster, right? So it is rising by more than 3%. More than 3%, let's assume till 10%. So 3% to 10% increase in the price level in a year is considered to be walking inflation. Is this a threat? Yes, this is a threat. If it's not controlled, if it's not pulled towards creeping or mild inflation, when it is moving beyond control, beyond 6-7%, then it is going to put the economy in a very adverse situation, in a very complicated situation. So then, when you are facing walking inflation, initial stages of the walking inflation itself, the government or the RBI or both of them has to take measures. They have to take measures and try to pull this inflation towards a considerable moderate range where you have 2% to 3% or even 4% is fine. But anything beyond that, when it is rising and rising, it is going to go haywire. So in the range of walking inflation, yes, the economy should be very, very vigilant with respect to what should be done. And the next one is the running, galloping or hyperinflation. So here the inflation is in 2 digits. So in a year, the inflation or the prices are increasing by more than 10%, sometimes even in 3 digits. So if you look at Sri Lanka, if you look at Zimbabwe, these two countries had definitely faced running or hyperinflation, right? And of course, it had put the economy in a very worse situation. So they are still recovering from this problem. So running or galloping or hyperinflation is a high time that the economy or the government or the RBI or the central bank of the country does something about it and try to save the economy. Otherwise, it might lead to entire collapse of the economic structure in the country. So this is based on the intensity. So creeping inflation, walking inflation, running or galloping or hyperinflation. Yes. So these are the different types of inflation based on the causes and intensity. So inflation is good when it is moderate, but when it is moving beyond it, that is going to be a serious threat which need to be taken care of. Yes. So that's about it. So if you had liked the video, if you had learned something out of it, please do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.